Hey guys, it's JP, and today we are going to talk about why you should incorporate eccentric hamstring exercises as well as great exercises to add to your own training program, especially as a runner. Previously, I went over the role of the hamstrings in general as you run, and you guys seem to have really liked that one. This time, I want to go more in depth into one of the biggest roles of the hamstrings and how that involves the eccentric activity of that muscle. Now, the first thing you may be asking yourself is, what exactly is an eccentric activity? Well, an eccentric action takes place as the muscle acts to control certain movements while it is lengthening. The next question you may be asking yourself is, where does this kind of hamstring activity take place during running? Now, as you run, the hamstrings act to decelerate knee extension as the foot swings forward. During this moment, the hamstrings are highly active and work eccentrically to keep the foot from fully straightening out. This occurs to prevent the foot from landing way in front of the body, which would end up doing two things that you don't want to occur. One is delaying your ability to take your next step, as it will take longer to transition through stance phase and you would lose out on speed. The second one is that without controlling this motion, this would cause overstriding. This would put increased stress on the joints, especially at the knee. Overall, by working this way, the hamstrings act to improve both speed and efficiency. To perform this action, it puts a lot of load on the hamstrings. Based on some research, this muscle may need to generate 9 times your body weight, especially as you run at faster speeds. This is why incorporating eccentric hamstring exercises are key in many running programs and may reduce risk of injury, especially in sprinters. Now, let's go over some great exercises that involve eccentric activity of the hamstrings to prepare these muscles to handle the amount of load placed on them as you run. Just a word of warning, these are not easy. Also, shout out to District Track Club for collaborating with me to make these videos for you guys. The first exercise is known as the single leg bridge hamstring curl. This is a great way to really improve eccentric control of the hamstrings. To do this one, you'll need something to slide the foot with. Here I use an exercise slider, but a furniture slider will do, or even a hardcover book. Once you get one, position it so your heel is on it like so. Then, go into a single leg bridge position. Once you are ready, slide the heel away from the body. Only go as far as you can control it. In the beginning, you may not be able to bring it out all the way like this, but it is definitely something to work toward. Then, if you can, try to slide it back in. Now, if this is too difficult for you, you can modify this by placing the other foot down and sliding both feet in and out at the same time. Now, the next exercise we will go over is the runner touch. This is a variation of the single leg Romanian deadlift. This involves eccentric activity of the hamstring, as well as strengthening of the posterior chain of the leg, including the glutes. To do this one, start in this position. Make sure to keep the back straight throughout the exercise. Now, as you initiate the movement, keep the shin perpendicular to the ground. Then, reach down and try to touch the floor while keeping good trunk posture. Don't go any lower if you have to end up bending from the trunk. Anyway, this variation will put more tension on the hamstring. Also, try to keep the pelvis level throughout the exercise. Then, as you prepare to come back up into the starting position, push straight down through the foot. The third exercise we will go over is the Nordic hamstring. We went over this before in the previous video, but we will go over it again here as this one really challenges the eccentric strength of the hamstrings. Some research has also shown that this specific exercise has shown to reduce risk of injury, especially in sprinters. To do this one, you'll need a way to stabilize the ankles, whether it's through a heavy stationary object or someone holding your ankles for you. Also, it's a great idea to get a soft surface like this foam pad or maybe a rolled up yoga mat to protect the knees as you do this exercise. As you perform it, make sure to keep a straight back. Then, slowly lower the body forward. Then the moment you cannot control the movement anymore, place your hands in front of you to protect yourself. Then return to starting position. This is definitely a tough one to do. You would have mastered this one when you can go all the way down and up without using your hands. And that's a few great eccentric hamstring exercises. I hope you guys were able to learn more about why these kinds of exercises are important and will be able to incorporate it into your own training routine. If you like this kind of content, I would really appreciate it if you subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, as well as follow my Instagram account. Also, please share this with your friends and fellow runners. Anyway, as always, thank you for watching.